review it, unless he's got a vested interest.
Yeah.
You know.
He led his followers through the desert to the oasis.
But I figure you at least try and watch it to see what you think of it.
Yeah, I might watch.
I know one that has been like over 100 episodes has been recommended that you maybe considered was Slayers, but I think you ultimately decided against it.
They're after the tomb. I've got to find it before them.
Okay, so now I got
It's
this.
the prophet. Speaking with a foreign army, he convinced them to lay down.
See,
their
Alex,
weapons.
she's Indiana Jones. She's doing research.
She really is.
Yep. Which, if I remember correctly, when we did the Draken Shadow try, you were just like, "Can we cut to the action already? Can we cut to the action?"
That wasn't that bad, I don't think. Well, maybe when I was playing, because I wanted to have some action game. Because this was the time I took the controls for a bit.
Yes. So I guess the next question that we can actually get into is actually for Andrea, because I want to get this one out of the way. Which was literally worded like this. Why Drac don't let you on podcast? Is he sexist?
Well, I wish I had the
I may have paraphrased here and there.
Well, mostly, basically, since they usually hold their podcast on a day that it's a work night for me, so I have to get sleep, you know.
Well, and the other thing, too, is that, you know, where we do a lot of reviews, you're not, I don't think you would call yourself a critic by any stretch. When you play or watch something, you're entertained. And that's really all you care about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'm not big into doing critic reviews. I only do it for entertainment.
And here... Oh, dang it. I thought I hit the jump button.
So, basically, just... I don't want to be wasting people's time on things that, you know, you're expecting an opinion from me.
Not only that, but, like, you usually are there when I'm reading kind of the story suggestions that we get. And so at that point, you kind of give your opinion, and most of your opinion is, oh my gosh. And I'm not kidding by that. That's like 80% her opinion, so it's not like she'd be adding too much to it. But, yeah, if you could, you would. In fact, you've actually done... Or you've been there with us when we did the Turtles review. You went with us.
Yeah.
You just weren't on the formal review we did.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, we're totally sexist. What can I say? Because you could totally attest to that, right, Andrea? We're totally sexist.
Pretty much.
Okay. Thanks for digging that hole for me.
Finally confronting them in their hidden oasis.
Don't think you jumped there.
I don't think I jumped. I could jump, but that's not going to work out very well, I don't think. So we're going to use survival instincts really quick.
Do you go up that rock? Right there.
What about there?
Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay.
Through.
And more darkness.
You would dare just go into some random place?
Of course.
You wouldn't
I'm
know,
Indiana Jones! What part of that doesn't make
and you wouldn't
sense?
even know where you're going.
No, it's Lara, for crying out loud.
That's what it means to be an adventurer.
I mean, she's already covered in blood anyway, so she might as well just, you know, go the distance.
True.
Oh, hi, big scorpion! Oh, look at all the bugs!
This is like Temple of Doom.
It really is. I at least know that scene from Temple of Doom. That's one of the main reasons why I don't know if I'll ever finish that movie.
Except where they...
Andrea can actually attest to this. I was freaking out in the first one, just like, oh, poor Lara. We put her in such horrible situations. Oh, hi, skeleton.
Were they scorpions or were they spiders?
Both.
It
Both
was
in the original one.
It was a lot of...
Armed soldiers.
It was a
against
mix. One.
religious
The
pillars.
original...
And
in
some centipedes, too.
In Raiders, it was... he walks through like a bunch of spider webs.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Yeah.
he brushes a bunch of them off Alfred Molina's back.
The Order of Trinity
So-
has received word that the prophet
Usually these have little tidbits of information that maybe you can glean stuff off of, but they're not necessary, so we might skip over these. Just because it's dialogue that cuts off the true purpose here.
Woo!
Oh, hi.
Damn it. That was too close.
Well, we can take care of that now.
blasting their way in. Let's hope this works.
Okay, so you might have noticed a little bit of a magic cut right there. Unfortunately, my PC crashed, and so thankfully we weren't too far off, so this was the room that we were originally in. I don't think we can actually make our way back up, but thankfully we're not too far off, and we weren't asked any questions, so yay, we didn't lose anything, right? Right? Okay. Mudslide. Keep going. Oh, no! And here comes the booby trap. But I know how to handle that. Oh, no! Ah! We need to save Laura, Alex! We need to save Laura!
Swim faster.
I'm trying to.
Swim faster, swim faster.
There's too many bones! There we go.
I can't remember if you could die if you didn't swim faster.
You can.
I'm sure you can.
You can. You'll drown. The segment is literally built so that you are like within an inch of death before you die. Oh, and oh, hi.
Within an inch of death before you die.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly how I said it. What are you gonna knock me like Michael Bay all over again, Alex? Because that happened. That happened with our buddy Aldo. Speaking of geek news. Let's see. I believe we can go up. Yeah. No, we can't.
No, you cannot.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We gotta dive. Whee! There we go. And so this is actually another question that we got for Alex, which obviously tells me that this is a fairly new listener to, or viewer to his content. Do you just review anime?
Yes.
Oh,
That's
so we're
it?
gonna be snarky, huh?
Sorry, that's all I can really say. Yes, I just review anime.
Well, you technically have done more on your channel.
I mean, well, I've done... Okay, I thought you just meant like in terms of reviewing
Yeah,
content.
so I
You
think
mean
that
in
they may have been confused when they saw like Along with the Queen Let's
Okay.
Play happen.
Oh, if we're talking about my overall content, then I do occasionally do some game stuff. But as far as reviewing stuff goes, I pretty much stick almost entirely to anime.
Yeah, your channel specifically sticks to anime. Like when you and me get together, we'll do movies and stuff like that. But
Yes.
strictly to his channel, yes. So the other question that I'm going to get into, because we did get quite a few of this, what's with the whole X2 business?
Right. The X2 channel, it was a channel I made several years ago when I still had a strike on my primary channel. And I used that to get around the whole 15-minute time limit. Because when you get a strike, you're stuck uploading only 15-minute videos again.
Mm-hmm.
And with X2, I could have unlimited time lengths. Yeah, time lengths, I guess.
It's just like basically your old channel before the strike.
Kind of. It doesn't have much content.
It's more of a fail-safe.
Yeah.
I think that's the best way that you kind of describe it on the podcast. It's more of a fail-safe for you.
Yeah, it's my backup channel for when I get strikes, and I'm stuck with one now, and unfortunately so I go there for anything that needs to go there because 15-minute time limits and everything.
Yeah, and so pretty much like you're still uploading stuff to the 3000 channel.
Yes.
Well, I'm going to hold that thought for just a second because, well, we have to do this at the very least. Oh no!
Spike trap!
Oh.
Spike trap! Oh, God.
There you go. Are you happy now?
Yeah, actually. Well, you could.
Wow, Alex, this took a really creepy turn. So yeah,
No, you just keep mentioning like, man, there's some really gruesome deaths, and I'm like, okay, well, mostly we've just been falling off cliffs.
there really is. Yeah.
So, no, I know there are indeed.
And knowing is indeed half the battle. Thank you.
Well, that's The more you know, NBC. You were talking G.I. Joe, but still. I just wanted to do that.
So, what I was gonna go ahead and finish my thought. So you're still uploading stuff to the 3000 channel. It just is 15 minutes or less.
Right.
Anything that goes past that, you're right now uploading to the X2, which is probably going to lead into another question I'll eventually get. Will the videos that are going up on X2 right now, when your strike has been lifted, go to the 3000 channel?
Yes, they will.
And pretty much that will be like when the strike gets lifted, which I think is 3 to 6 months, something like that.
Like 3 months from now, probably.
3 months.
It's
Okay.
like a strike itself lasts 6
I know
months.
it was at least 90 days that the strike happens.
It's
I haven't had a strike yet.
6
so,
months for a strike,
Yeah.
which really sucks. I think it should just be 90 days, 3 months. And that's assuming, of course, you don't get another one.
Yeah, if you get strike 2, then you get all of the added problems there too.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. There actually is a way to get up here. I want to get up there first. I think I actually do need to get on the... Oh, okay, my bad. This is temporarily brought up, so let me move over. Hi, Skull! Is it a crystal skull? Oh no, Indy, run! We don't ever acknowledge skulls that are crystal in nature. So at that point, so we pretty much handled the whole X2 business. A lot of people were confused about, you know, how does the whole X2 business fit into your channel, and if it was just like a separate gaming channel
right
kind of
there.
thing.
Right. Which, you know, some people do. They like have separate channels for
Yeah,
special
so, like-
content like that, but I don't do that. I'd rather just keep everything consolidated to one channel.
Well, the perfect example is Gerard, because Gerard has Super Beard Brothers.
Yeah. Well, that all goes up on that one video gamer channel, so it's not like
Super Beard Brothers?
yeah, he does. At least now. Maybe he didn't before, but now he does.
Well, yeah, because he had that one, Laser Clown.
Yeah.
That was originally the channel. So, like, an example would be if you follow Peanut Butter Gaber or Pro Jared, they have Pro Jared or PBG Plays,
Yeah.
where it's strictly like a live stream channel in between all of their content. So that's roughly what you're trying to do with that. And we have a cutscene. We'll get to another question in a second, but here's the other thing too. Some of these questions might get repeated because Alex might want to emphasize this to some people.
Mm-hmm.
Empty. It's empty. No. No. What did I miss?
You missed the body. Oh no! It's the government!
I think it's a mercenary group.
Yes, it is. Or even worse, it's S.H.I.E.L.D. The Hydra Shield.
Hydra Shield.
Oh, this guy. This guy.
The Prophet's tomb. After all this time.
And the artifact?
Inside. God willing.
Dude, what happened to your hand?
Open it.
Ouch.
Uh-huh. Doesn't even look like it
Could be
healed.
Extremely dangerous.
Oh, hi there!
Who the hell are you?
You're a smart woman. I suspect you already know.
Trinity.
Where is the artifact?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't play games with me. You led us to this place.
Look, it was empty when I got here. There was no body and definitely no artifact.
Well, he's nice and creepy now, isn't he?
Yeah. Do they do mocap for this game?
They did.
Yeah, thought so. Looked like it.
The only thing I'm not sure about is if they brought in the actors to do the mocap.
Right.
I don't know if they did that. Yes, because the rock tube is going to save you with that big opening right above you. Oh, hi, Zah. Bye-bye. Okay. So we need to run out, and while we're doing that, we're going to go ahead and go to the next question here. Alex, is there any anime you absolutely will not, unequivocally, will not review?
Oh yeah. Do you want
There's
specific?
quite a list, actually.
Probably. I probably should make such a list one day, but
Well, you've already technically done that. You've made top 10 lists of the things you won't review, so...
no, actually I haven't done that. I've done lists of shows that I personally don't like that everybody else does.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You did that.
Yeah, and the vice versa, which is something Doug Walker did once.
Yeah, so like, if you were to give kind of a generalized list of anime that has this factor in it, what would be, like, eliminated from your list?
Hentai.
Hentai, obviously. Anything involving tentacles
Anything involving tentacles.
and schoolgirls.
Yes.
I'm saying tentacles and schoolgirls
Tentacles
in the same reference.
Combined, yes.
I'm like gonna say, you saw some ones with schoolgirls.
Oh yeah.
in-
I'll watch anime.
Yeah, but not with
squid-
tentacles in it.
Yes. Unless the tentacles are just squids that they're eating.
Yeah, like
At a beach.
if it's part of their lunch, that's fine.
At a
If we're
beach.
talking about a tentacle that's slowly going up their leg, no.
No.
Although I guess you make the you draw the line at the Dianaga. You have no problem with that one.
Well, that doesn't sexually assault people. It just pulls Luke under and tries to drown him.
That depends on the fan fiction you
Jonah.
read, sir.
Good point.
There's so much I need to tell you. I don't.
Did you find the prophet's
Hi,
tomb?
Jonah.
Yes, but I was followed.
What? By who?
They call themselves Trinity. They tried to kill me.
What the hell is going on here? You're starting to scare me.
The tomb was empty, but I think they were looking for the divine source.
The artifact your father was after?
There's more. I found this symbol in the tomb. I knew I'd seen it before. It was driving me insane. That's when it hit me. I saw it here, in one of Dad's books.
Alright, you've
Listen
gotten a
to
little
this.
paranoid.
The lost city of Kitesh, said to have disappeared in Siberia sometime in the 12th century. Legend says that on the eve of the invasion by the Mongol horde, it sunk beneath a lake.
What does this have to do with the prophet's artifact?
The same symbol.
Laura,
If the divine source is hidden in the ruins of Kitesh, waiting to be found, then I have to go.
to Siberia? Are you kidding me?
Just think, if this thing could really unlock the secret of immortality, it would change everything. Sickness, suffering, death, gone.
Are you listening to yourself?
Jonah, we've been through so much together. You know there's more out there. This could be real.
I don't care if it's real. I've lost
does it
too many
belong in a
friends.
museum?
I don't want to lose you too,
Dad never
does
made the
belong in a
connection to
museum.
Kitesh. He gave up everything for this.
including you. Stop blaming yourself for what happened. He made his own bed.
So again, this is kind of dealing with the aftermath,
I can't
Alex,
give
of
up
the
on him.
island,
Not
and
now.
both
It's
of them
all
being
I have.
survivors.
No, it
Right.
isn't. If you stayed still for 5 minutes, maybe you'd see that.
The other cool part is that this is also trying to find some level of closure with her father. So like in the first game, she actually hated her dad. In this one, she actually tries to understand him more. And I love that theme in this entire game. Oh no.
Jonah?
You should have just shot her from the door.
That's a $2 light bulb, Missy! Go to your room! Oh, well, I guess you're in your room. Get to the gun! Get to the gun! No! I could insert a wrestling reference in here, but I'm not gonna. back. Ow. No, he's got the book!
Drop the book!
You can't stop us!
You're a little late there, Laura.
Yeah, a little bit.
Shit, Lara. What are we gonna do?
You've got the subtlety and timing of a
I led
stormtrooper
them
there,
to it,
Laura.
Jonah. If the divine source is real,
Hey, she
We've
went to
got
the
to fight
Imperial
it
Marksmanship Academy too?
Siberia it is then.
Siberia, we're going.
So this is basically leading up to where we were originally, where she was in Siberia.
In Siberia.
Which is funny, because I believe this is kind of where the Tri cut off, was doing this. So we are now in Siberia. After going through that whole avalanche. See, I told you we wouldn't have to backtrack that badly.
Lara, are you there? I made it to shelter.
Jonah? Jonah, if you can hear me, go back. Please don't try to find me.
No. But that's when you have so many problems, Lara. You can't do it alone.
Got to find shelter.
Because right now you could use a big hug from Jonah.
A big hug for Jonah.
So continuing on with the question, so other criteria that needs to be met that you will not review it. I would dare say mainstream is probably one of those.
Not necessarily.
You won't eliminate it based off of mainstream, but you know, it's one of those things we joke that you're the hipster of the podcast.
Right.
That you will not review mainstream stuff. You have to some extent. You
Yeah.
reviewed Monica, and Monica's as mainstream as it's gonna get.
Yeah.
Male protagonist, I don't think that's an eliminator. I think you just haven't come across a story that prompted you to watch it
Right.
that had a male protagonist.
Start a fire.
Right. It's just gotta be a story I can get behind and like.
I also know that we did get a question for this, and so I'm going to mix it in here. Manga. You are not going to review manga.
I don't want to absolutely eliminate manga, just manga's a little harder to do because
Yeah.
I gotta find scans.
Well, it's like Linkara when he said, yeah, I'll review manga, and then he realized how difficult it is since he's not an expert in it.
Right. It's
That's
just
kind of the thing.
You know, it's just a matter of, well, one, I don't read a ton of manga, and two, if I'm going to review manga, I need to, like, find scans, because that's just the way to do it. Because it's really crappy to try and do it with a
Fresh kill.
camcorder.
No meat, but maybe.
Oh, hi, wolves.
Well,
And how appropriate, we're wearing a little red coat. Are we Little Red Riding Hood? Are we about to meet the big bad wolf? So this is actually another question that I think is going to be part of this whole process. Will you review Sword Art Online?
maybe.
Really?
God. I thought about...
I thought I was going to get a big fat hell no.
as much, yeah, I don't want to, but someone I know is egging me to watch the whole thing. I don't
Did you
want
grab
to.
the wood?
It wouldn't let me, so let's get back to camp really quick. Maybe it'll prompt me.
Plus, I thought about reviewing it to riff on it at least,
Oh, see? You grabbed
Oh,
that.
there we go.
but I ain't paying money for it.
That's my work.
Okay, now you need one more thing to grab for the
One more
shelter.
thing of wood, yeah. With front. Oh, there we go.
It's the same thing with School Days. I would love to review School Days just to make fun of it, but I ain't paying money for it.
Yeah, that's true. You really want to review School Days for fun?
Dry enough to burn.
I've already seen pieces of it. I would never touch that series. It is way too warped for my taste. So yeah, that pretty much is the criteria. Like, there's more to it, I'm sure, but those are kind of some things to consider. If you want to send in a suggestion, if it's hentai, he's not touching it.
Yeah, so
If it's manga, he might have to strongly consider it. If it's a mainstream title, I would actually say you'd do a mainstream title if, again, it was not 100 episodes long.
Yeah.